Everybody ready?
Yeah,
Yep.
fire away.
So how about the last trip to LA for this road trip?
Certainly, it brings closure to the regular season. It's been a rocky road, but I think the guys still are excited, and both teams. USC is playing very well right now. They got healthy. They're a much different team than the first time we played. Collier's playing at a very high level. In the last two games, 24 points, 31 points. One of the best freshmen in the country. That's why he's projected like top 10 pick. And Boogie Ellis has been good for a couple of years in our league. So really good perimeter players. They look like the team that a lot of people thought they might be. And then certainly UCLA is from a nostalgia standpoint to go in and play in Pauley Pavilion last Pac-12 game. It's got to get you excited to play. So we're and there's a lot up in the air right now. This week's a critical week in terms of what your matchups are going to be like in Vegas and how we finish in the standings.
Do you guys tend to perk up a little bit in March, even when the season hasn't gone to everyone's hopes?
I try and tell the guys, part of the reason I'm here, and obviously did a good job at Buffalo to become the head coach at Arizona State, but the ring on my right hand right now is it's a story, and the story was told in March, and playing in big games and trying to cut the nets down, and there's always a Cinderella story. There's a great story somewhere, and we don't know who that story is going to be, and so that's kind of the goal. And again, we still have 2 regular season games, but we know where we stand right now. It's either all or nothing. So we have to. Hopefully, we've utilized this week to get refreshed mentally and physically, so that we could try and make the biggest push we can next week.
How are guys in that regard, just physically, mentally?
It was always tough, and I think they went all in to try and beat Arizona, and what that means to our fans, and they understood it going into that game. Powerful team, very difficult team to deal with. We took our best shot. We didn't play well early in the game, and it cost us, but the guys stayed in the fight. So it was almost very beneficial for us to have these days. You hate to sit on a loss, but the reality is, we played now Washington State and Arizona back-to-back games, so you don't mind giving your team a chance to take a breather before you try and make a final push. And the body language standpoint, everything that I'm seeing, it seems like those days were beneficial.
How important are these 2 games to build some momentum going into Vegas?
Yeah, you don't want to be going in not playing confident basketball, and we're coming off a loss now, and we got to try and flip the script and see what we can do on the road. We've been able to win some games on the road at tough places, so this is going to be no different.
What do you take from? You just mentioned USC getting healthier, but from the last game, playing that, what are you able to take from that game into this one?
I just hope we take our spirit, and continue to fight and battle. Just play a little cleaner. I think we dug a hole for ourselves, early in the game. Certainly can't afford to do that on the road. We gotta, I thought we settled too much in the Arizona game, but I just appreciate that the guys had opportunities to back out of the game and didn't do it and kept battling through.
How much has this season weighed on you at all? It feels like you tried to push a lot of different buttons. Some have worked, some haven't. But is it a bit heavier than other seasons in a way?
I don't think so. I'm used to the process, and I feel no different than I would in any year at this point. It's a long year. You've been through a lot of wars. Certainly, it's more exciting to be like in the NCAA tournament talk and knowing that there's so much to play for. And right now we're not in that position, but that's why the conference tournaments provide you the opportunity to know that there's still hope. So otherwise, I feel fine.
Do you feel like you have the best handle on what helps make this team go at this point in the season, and kind of where are you at in that regard?
It's the formula seems to be, to me, if we defend like we did 2 games ago against Washington State, because this game we can't we can't expect that we're just going to turn Collier and Boogie Ellis over like we were able to do them the first time. It's just not. It's not going to happen. We need to sit down and play defense and get stops. And if we defend like we did against Washington State, then we have an opportunity in every game if we get a couple of guys playing well in the offensive end. That seems we're not the type of team that's built to have one guy go out and score 25 or 30 points. I think we've shown that our best performances this year, we've gotten good balance at the other end of the floor. Thank you, guys.